How often do you have questions about running your business? Stop guessing. Get real answers to all your business questions. Unlimited access to business advisors for the expert advice you need when you need it. Go to onemorecustomer.com now.
Welcome to TwinCities.com and another edition of Tark Talk. As you may well recognize, the gentleman to my right is Hall of Fame quarterback Mr. Fran Tarkenton. And Fran, we're halfway through the season. Give me your take.
Well, we always say this almost every year. There are no great teams. That's historic. We go back, we've done it before. Last year, Giants 7-7. In the year, they were going nowhere, but they end up winning the Super Bowl. We've said this often, you've got to keep your team in contention. You've got to keep your team healthy and hope that by the time you get to the end of the year, you're in contention, your team's healthy, and you can get the motivation and the wind behind your back and win games at the end of the year and play your best football at the end of the year. However, you got to get there. And we thought last week was a trap game. Turned out to be, it was a trap game. And all the stars came together to help Tampa Bay beat a Minnesota team that wasn't as good as it's been.
Right.
And we have a great advantage playing at home. Didn't work out. Now, who's going to win this thing? I don't know. Everybody's excited that Denver that they're 4-3. And they're playing good football right now. And they weren't playing such good football early on. Pittsburgh's coming back and playing a little better.
Right.
Philadelphia's, Dallas, goodbye. New England has offense but no defense.
Right.
Giants won against Dallas by a fingernail.
Right.
And so all those things happen, and you have to win, those close games have to bounce your way. We're going out to Seattle. Seattle is a much better team at home. They beat the Packers, but they really didn't beat the Packers, did they?
Well, yeah.
It didn't really beat the Packers. But they got, some defensive backs that are physical. They're taller, bigger than the average defensive back in the National Football League. But they've got a rookie quarterback. Played well.
True.
But Christian Ponder, it's tougher to be a rookie quarterback. It's better to have the experience of a Peyton Manning and Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady and so forth, but he's a rookie. And they have to protect the rookie. And that's an advantage for us. This is a game that probably will be underdogged in, and people say, well, the Vikings can't win because Seattle's so good at home. I think it's a game we win. I think it's a game we win because just because people think we're not going to win doesn't mean we're not going to win. Everybody thought we'd win against Tampa at home, and we didn't.
Right.
I think that we've got to get back to playing the football that we played in the first half of the year. We beat what I think is the best team in football, San Francisco.
Right.
Beat them handily. We played good football. We're not a fluke team. This team can play defense. It can rush the passer. Our secondary is better than I thought. Christian Ponder, you're a good player.
And we have great special teams.
We got great special teams. And Percy Harvin, we've said this before, but he could be the MVP of the league. I mean, he's the best offensive player outside of quarterbacks in the league. I think we'll win the game because I think that our fundamentals are good. We're not an emotional up and down team. Our head coach is not that kind of a head coach.
Right.
Very stable guy. You don't hear off the field problems. You don't have an owner that's crazy. You have owners that are stable. Organization is stable. When you don't hear and see your owners and your general managers, you're better off.
The Vikings had to play on Thursday last week. Seattle had to play a tough game on a Sunday.
Yep.
Do those extra days work in favor of the Vikings?
Yes. I always think at this time of the year, a little extra rest. People's beaten up, and you get a little extra rest, get a little time to prepare. I think it does help us. The Falcons last week, you come off a bye week, and they looked. They took it to the Eagles. Look, it's their best game of the year. I expect this to be the Vikings' best game of the year, and against a good Seattle team, be a good win for us. We don't want to string losses together, but I think we have a great chance to win. If we don't win, we still are in the hunt. If we can stay 500 or above to the last few weeks of the season, we're going to have a playoff spot because nobody is dominating in this league, and this will be a good week to start going. So come on, Vikes. Show that I'm right again.
Absolutely. Well, once again, thank you again for joining us right here at TwinCities.com, and be sure to check back with us next week for another edition of Tark Talk with Hall of Fame quarterback Mr. Fran Tarkenton.